this is Unit 1E, looking at the midpoint formula. What we're going to do is we're going to use the midpoint formula to find the coordinates of some endpoints, and we'll also use the coordinates of endpoints to find the coordinate of the midpoint. So basically, I'm going to give you two pieces of the midpoint formula. There's a midpoint formula we use just between 2 points on a number line, like so. So we have a number line, and we have our 0, and we have our point B and a point A. The way we find the distance between these 2 points is to use the following formula. So the distance between these 2 points is just, and it's pretty rudimentary, A plus B divided by 2. So literally take the distance between the 2, divide it in half, and that'll give us our midpoint. I'm just going to abbreviate for time. So the second way that we go about doing the midpoint is by using a graph. Sorry about that. Is by using a graph. So when we have a point on a graph, let's say P and Q. Let's have point P down here and point Q up here. And we have a line connecting it between these 2 points. Again, these are our points P and Q. Our midpoint M, and that's just approximate, our midpoint M is going to be given by the formula for the coordinates of that midpoint are change this notation. Most of the time you're going to see them expressed as x2 and y2. I'm going to express them in terms of your midpoint, x coordinate, your y, midpoint coordinate, and this is all going to equal x1 plus x2 divided by 2. And y2 plus y1 divided by 2. And that's it. So this piece right here gives us our x coordinate. This is xm. And this piece right here gives us our y coordinate for our midpoint, y sub m. Now the thing you'll notice, similar to last time, if we draw a triangle, we can see how this is just breaking down this earlier formula. So if we have for our y coordinates, the distance from here to here, it's just a straight line, so we're looking at that distance there for our y coordinates, and we're looking at the distance here for our x coordinates. Okay, same way. So a midpoint between our 2 x's and our 2 y's. So let's do some examples. So our first example, let's say I have the coordinates y is -2, 2, and x has a coordinate of 2, 8. And we're trying to find our midpoint, C. So when we do that, we're going to plug in again. So our formula to, oops, I'm going to go to the right side. Our midpoint is going to be equal to our x coordinates, -2 plus 2, -2 plus 2, all divided by 2. And our y coordinates are going to be given by 2 plus 8. 2 plus 8 divided by 2. And again, we just do our math. So this is going to equal -4 over 2 and 10 over 2. So a nice even number. So our coordinate of our midpoint is -2, 5. And that's our process. This is much less laborious than our previous distance formula. So what we just did, if you need to write down the note, again, we found the midpoint. Okay? So we use our midpoint, so let's find our midpoint. So we're going to look at the case now where we use this formula right here to determine an endpoint. So we're going to break this formula up and try to figure out a way to figure out what an endpoint is to give us our midpoint. Okay, so this is our example for how to define an endpoint given the midpoint. So there is no trick to this. It is essentially just working that formula and manipulating it algebraically. So we have our midpoint formula. We have our x2 x1 all over 2 divided by 2. And then we have our y2 and our y1 all divided by 2. So let's say it's the case that we're given that the coordinate of the midpoint, y, is 2, 2. And we have an endpoint that they gave us of an endpoint z, which is 2, 8. What we want to do is to find the other endpoint x to find its coordinates. We don't know. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to plug into our midpoint formula and manipulate it. So we know our midpoint is 2, 2. Our endpoint of our first value, our first x, is this. It's 2. Still don't know what that is, so I have to leave it as a variable x divided by 2. And this is the first y value. So essentially what we're doing is we are going to have 2 algebraic problems to solve. We're going to have a y coordinate problem and an x coordinate problem. So our y coordinate problem is going to look like this. We'll take our x coordinate and we'll set it equal to the x coordinate from our midpoint, which is this. 2 plus x over 2. To find the y coordinate, we'll take our y coordinate from our midpoint and our y coordinate from our midpoint and our coordinate for our endpoint, plus y, 2. So essentially we have 2 problems. We're going to go through and algebraically solve them. I'm going to isolate this right here. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of this 2 right here. Multiply both sides by 2. So I end up with 4 is equal to 2 plus x. Take my 2 from both sides. So I know this 2 is equal to x. Over here on my y coordinate, same thing. I want to get rid of the 2 in the denominator. So I multiply both sides by 2. I get 4 is equal to 8 plus y. Subtract 8 from both sides. And I will have negative 4 is equal to y. So the coordinate of my other endpoint for this line